sweet. We're reconnected. Oh, we're good. We're solid. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Refresh your streams. Refresh your streams, everybody. And all of my players, if you are watching, refresh the room. Just real quick. Refresh the room. One second as we figure this out.
Could also do this.
Yes, always. And we're back. I am so sorry, everybody. We are. I did not have my Ethernet cord plugged in, so that's.
By the way, we cannot see your face.
Hello.
There he is.
I had to refresh the room. Okay, so we're good. We should be ready. Battle music, commence. Okay, yes, to answer your question, Zill, throwing weapons do always consume a durability from the weapon.
Great. I throw it. I crit. 12 damage. Let's go. Next turn.
The axe goes from almost point blank right into the forehead of the creature as it just looks at you. As it just this axe at its forehead, it does not see that.
Stuck in its. Let's go.
It's stuck in its forehead.
I just look at him like I'm gonna need that back.
In time. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Perfect. And that brings us down to King Ferret. He's going to, with his katana, initiate a combat challenge.
Sweet.
Against Abyss Krikora as well. And then that brings us down to Thordane.
Yeah, so Thordane's seeing all that going on. Thordane is actually going to move 5, 10, 15 right here. And can he attempt to make a bow shot at this guy right here?
Which one?
This guy.
You
Oh,
gotta
sorry.
broadcast your mouse, can't see it.
Yep, sorry. Right there. Right, this guy right here.
Yeah. There's nobody in the way, so that's just a complete shot at despair. So
that's fine. So roll 2, take the low.
Okay. Well,
That's not terrible. What is your bow's hit dice? 7. So that would be 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Oh, sick. All right, so that would be D12. God, it's a thick bow.
You'll notice that these creatures, as you attack them, they're less armored and more dexterous in the water. And so, as you fire upon them, they are likely going to be dodging as opposed to getting hit.
That is 10 piercing damage. Boom. 10 cutting damage, shank damage with that arrow.
Yes.
Still a master bowsman, even underwater.
Yeah, even underwater, Thordane takes out his bow, pulls it back, and there's a little bit of resistance that goes through the water, but with him being kind of, preoccupied a little bit, he doesn't notice as this arrow just pierces into his shoulder, and you hear this. Yeah, he's not super happy. Is that Thordane's turn?
That's Thordane's turn. Yuki's going to attempt to disengage from the Krakora in front of her, if she can.
Okay, so that is going to be a dexterity check.
Yep.
There's going to be a contested.
12 plus 4, 16, dirty 16.
Yeah, you successfully disengage.
Sweet, and she's going to re-engage.
All right, you do so.
That way, if he decides to attack me, he's getting some freaking ice shards in his face. Oh, that's good stuff.
Which brings us. They skitter up across the upper echelon portions there.
How many of these dudes are there? What the heck?
Luxalia, what are you doing in the meantime?
Luxalia is thinking to herself, wow, everyone's doing so great. Also, question, her Protector of Light, or not Protector of Light, her, what is it called? Is it Protector of Light? Yeah, it's Protector of Light. Does that only trigger once I enter combat?
Probably. I would assume.
Nice.
That way, actually, that's a good thing, though, because that way you can control when it goes off in combat. If you want to stealth and be like, all right, it's reached a point, I'm in combat, boom, Protector of Light for everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, yeah. Everyone's looking great as far as Luxalia can tell. So, can she, hear any of the movement? Does she have an inkling that this dude...
Well, she can see this guy.
You can see this guy.
This guy's right... Oh, I can see this dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Can he see me?
Make a stealth check.
Oh, okay. Let's go! Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Stealth. 13.
13. He does not see you.
Sick. Luxalia is just gonna. She's got 15. Right, it's halved in water. So 5, 10, 15.
Yep, sounds good. And you see
Sick.
this
You
combat
guys
going
are
on.
doing great.
Except for Thordane, but you see all of these people against this giant serpent-like creature facing off.
Ooh.
Sweet. Which brings us to the combat round. Belbin.
Booyah. Alrighty. Belbin is going to attack this guy right here.
Alright.
Because he's undamaged, correct?
That is correct.
Alright, well, I'm about to wreck him then.
What is his ability for undamaged creatures?
It is the called weak point. It's the player gains hope on weapon attacks and damage hit rolls against creatures that have full health. So I'm guessing it'll just be my first attack.
Time, then. Yeah, so first attack.
Yeah. All right. First attack is 12.
12 will not hit.
All right. Second attack then. This one will be 17.
17 will definitely hit.
Alrighty. So then let's do some damage. So that'll be 16 points of impact and 3 of darkness.
That's insane.
Dark damage? How do you do dark damage?
It's my hand gloves, my hand wrap.
Forgot about
Yeah.
those.
Don't mess with them.
That's sick. It's appropriate.
Yeah, very well, Melvin. As you swing and you miss with your first, basically attack, you can tell that these creatures are far more battle savvy than the creature you just killed. He dodges out of your way skillfully, but unexpecting a second hand uppercut right to the jaw. And you sense kind of like this sense of kind of like this poison pump through your arm as it just releases in this, and you can see kind of like this dark kind of in it for a second it lights it up a little bit, and you can see like these like this darkness make its way back into its jaw. Yeah, that hurt real bad. And because of that, these Kokora are not very happy, and they're gonna start doing their stuff to wherever they can. This one is actually we'll start with these guys. So the one that just got smacked is going to go ahead and make his attack with you. You notice that he doesn't use his spear. In fact, he uses his head. It almost seems to elongate as if to bite down on you. He's gonna roll his attack.
Savage.
Does an 18 hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 8 points of cutting damage as it bites down onto your shoulder, and it begins it's just like attempting to lacerate on your shoulder. And while it has that, you are technically considered grappled now. It is not letting you meaning yeah, it's tough. We'll get to that point when we get there. This one
okay.
So on your checks, basically to your backup checks, it's going to be at despair, so disadvantage.
Okay.
This creature is going to attack you with his spear, which is going to 16. Is a 16 hit.
16 hits.
You got this, Bell. I believe in you.
I believe in me too.
That is going to be 8 points of cutting damage. It just stabs into you. Yeah, you are in their realm now. They are going kind of a frenzy here. These ones are going to attack. This one is going to, seeing you, Yuki, disengage and re-engage, going to attempt to attack you with its bite.
That's fine.
Yeah, it'll take damage, but it's going to do that. It does not know it's going to do that yet. That is going to be for a 10.
No, that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit, but it still takes damage.
Yep, 1d6.
So, yeah, 1d6 plus my elemental. Don't forget that.
Yes, it's true.
Alright, so 1d6. 5 plus 1. 6 damage. Ice damage. Frozen damage.
Right, you do so, and as it misses you, all of these shards that are swirling around you begin slicing into its neck as it jolts it backwards. You can see these lacerations all around its neck as it attempts to bite you. Bringing us down to Zil. You're not in combat. Kig Farrand. He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take his katana, and he is going to just start slashing. He has 2 attacks to use. His first attack is going to hit at an 18. And he's going to deal maximum damage.
Let's go. That's the
15
king I'm
cutting
talking
damage.
about. Oh! Glad we have him.
Yeah, he takes
Glad
his katana and just and his first slash basically slashes across like its midsection, and its armor and scales begin to kind of crumble off of him. And his second attack is unfortunately not going to hit. But that brings us down to Thordain, who's not in combat. So Yuki.
Thordain's gonna look and say, "Hey Yuki, you got this." And Yuki gives him a thumbs up and attempts to just shank him through the stomach, the serpent through the stomach with her sword, with her void and purple broadsword. And that is a dirty 16. Or not dirty 16, natural 16 plus 8.
That'll hit.
24. And she is going to do 2 plus... Oh, that's max damage, right?
Yep, that's max damage.
Max damage. So that is 19 cutting damage. And she's going to pull in the serpent close and be like, "Welcome to Dark Souls, biatch." Just shank him. Right in the gut. And then...
He's very dead.
Yeah.
You do so.
Yeah.
And you just like rip it. You basically rip some of the flesh out of him, and he just begins bleeding as he kind of starts begin kind of floating limply in the sea.
And she says, "Nice support, King Farron. That was impressive."
Remind me not to get too close to you as these shards are just whirling around you. He's just like, ah. Which then brings us down to this guy, the mutant, which doesn't have it, and then Luxalia, who you're not in combat. So top of the combat round. I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative. Don't tell me until I ask.
Well, that was nice. That is solid.
Okay, Belden.
17.
Nice. We could rely on Belvin.
Not as good as last time.
Wolf can't hear you.
12.
Should be able
There we
to.
go. There we go.
There we
I was
go.
muted.
King Farron is at 18.
That's pretty good.
Thordan.
Thordan rolled a natural 1 for an 8.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah. He's got 7 initiative.
That's freaking crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then Yuki. So what natural ones mean in combat is you still get your chance at combat in the combat round, but it's automatically at the bottom of the order.
Nice.
And then if there's multiple creatures, it's whoever has the highest value. So it's still a 1 at the bottom, but if another creature gets that, then it depends on the roll. Yuki.
10.
Hey, that ain't bad.
Yes, we're good. For a +1, we'll take it.
And then Luxalia. Oh, can't hear you.
I'm muted.
Do
Sorry.
you want to officially become a part of this? Do you want to unhide yourself, or are you still chilling?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, go ahead and roll for it.
Luxalia will pop out and be like,
You hear a creature.
and
King
she'll
Farron.
be like, "Don't touch my friends."
What is your priority initiative roll?
Oh yeah. I suppose I should let you know that. That's gonna be a 13.
13. And how many creatures does your bubble affect? Is it everybody in the party or everyone within a certain distance?
Oh, within 30 feet.
Okay, so I think that's
So wherever I am.
Yeah, that's everybody. So everybody gets a bubble, a shield, essentially.
Is that automatic?
Yeah,
Every time combat
it's
starts?
whenever
Yo!
I enter.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Let's go.
Luxalia joins the fray.
And so essentially what that is every time they hit, then they have to make a faith survival check, and they have like it's like a shield that absorbs up to like 20 points of damage, right?
Yes. I think it absorbs.
Any kind of
Unless
damage
you
breaks it, but it absorbs up to
Yes.
20 points. And so even if it's 1 point of damage, it'll break the shield. And then if they fail their like ID skill check or faith survival check, they
Correct. Then it does damage back to them. Yeah. So it absorbs all damage for the first hit. If they fail their check, they also take damage in return.
Oh shoot! I am so sorry. We gotta resolve this up here. Belbin, make a
Yes.
physical
Yeah,
skill
sorry.
check. It's going to be with despair from last year. We're still- I'm so used to D.
Physical
Physical
with
skill check.
despair. Alrighty.
You're
Pretty
sick,
good.
though. Don't worry.
19, yeah, it's 19. Yeah, I rolled a
Despair?
nat 16, and I rolled a nat 16 and a 12,
Oh.
and I have +7.
This one got a 21. So
Whoa.
you get basically, because you are grappled, you cannot escape. You at the top of this turn, you're already pulled into combat. So
Shoot.
yeah, this guy is like, nope, you're not going anywhere, and then you're stuck here. So you don't get backed up because you're grappled, but you're in combat for the next round. King Farron, it is his turn in combat though. For the top of the round, he is going to come and see what he can do to help. So 5. Because they're in combat, he's gonna make his way around this way, and he's gonna initiate combat challenge there. That's his turn. Belvin, you're in combat unless you want to attempt to break out to disengage. And
If I
re-engage.
did that, yeah, maybe I'll try to do that.
All right.
no
it's gonna
harm
be
in
a
doing it,
consistent
right?
Dexterity. It's gonna be at despair.
Okay. Good.
You're
11.
dexterous, though. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but the despair is kind of hurting. 11.
It's gonna be a 13. So unsuccessful
Ah.
disengage.
It's always two away.
Chomp it down harder. Which brings us down to the Krakora. These guys are already engaged, which means this guy's already in. So he's automatically charging. Now that he's in, he's gonna be charging as well. These two guys do that. That's gonna be their. Yeah, it's gonna be their turn in combat. All right, which brings us to Luxalia. Ooh.
What about this little
Oh,
floating guy
woo!
up here?
This guy's not a Krakora.
Great.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's different priority.
So, pretty much everyone's like, all of the bad guys are in combat of some sort, right?
Most of them.
Except for the guy.
Except for that at top.
Alright. Well, Luxalia will continue to move, toward King Farron, because why not? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah! Let's go, King Farron. Oh no, that's Yuki. JK. That's King Farron.
Hi, Luxalia. It's
okay.
about time you stopped by.
Oh! Hey! I was just trying out my new guitar!
I've already
anyway-
slayed 2 serpents in this time I've been
Wow!
gone.
You're so talented. I'm gonna help out Phil over there, who is how many feet away? 1, 5, 10, 15, 20-ish?
25. Who are you attacking? Are you attacking or healing or something?
Great question. I would like to attack.
Unfortunately, you don't have line
However-
of sight.
Oh, wait, how tall is this wall?
This is 10 feet and then 15 feet.
Oh.
So it's 5 feet here,
Ooh.
and then 10, 10, 10. Oh, no, 5, 10, 15,
Okay.
10.
Well, Luxalia, you can fight this guy right here. You got a line of sight.
Yeah, I'll help out King Farron, I guess.
The one that's
Um,
biting heavy on Belvin.
You'd really be helping
Yeah.
Belvin. Yeah.
Freaking Zigzagoon over here, or whatever he evolves into.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what does he evolve into?
The
Obstagoon.
obstacle.
Just like biting down on him. Freaking kiss. All right.
Simmons.
Yeah, freaking Gene Simmons over here. I'm gonna hit him with a herring. Just kidding. With the pillar of light.
What's the
Bam.
what kind of check is that for
Yeah.
faith?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's something like 10-foot radius, up to 80 feet away. Oh wait, can I get both of them?
Yeah, you can get both of them.
Stick. Okay. So I'll get both of them, and that's gonna be a faith. Yep, faith survival check.
The first one's gonna get an 8, and the second one gets a 5.
Sick. That's a 13 to beat, so they both fail.
Okay.
Losers. And Hold on. I got this!
I like how it's
It's
a 1-2 punch with Belbin's dark magic and looks all his light magic.
Literally a punch.
Yeah. Oh wait, I need one more D4. Oh no! I didn't know I needed so many dice. Oh gosh, alright, it's fine. I'll just re-roll these. Oh no! The new dice you got me, bro! Don't go through this tower very well. Oh wait, these fours don't go through this tower very well. So let's just okay.
It's because
I'm
they're
doing so good.
they're pointy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Why am I struggling so much? Ah.
Or you can just roll
Ah!
it, just like this.
Yeah.
Luxalia may have just gotten into this battle, but Cole's fighting the real battle over here.
Yep.
I wasn't wrong. It's 4d6. It's not even d4s. Why don't I try? Oh my god. Okay.
The real battle.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that's 22 plus my elemental, which is a number 4. So 26.
Oh, you're nuking these.
26 is good.
Is that a lot? Oh,
A lot.
And wait. Did any fail their survival check by 4 or more?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're blinded by the light.
Blinded by the
You
light.
literally-
Beam of light from the ether up above just goes boom, and it just like shatters against the ground, and it lights everything up in the general vicinity. King Farron and Belbin, you're like, ah! But it lands directly on this creature, and as the blinding light goes away, you see that the two of them are disintegrated.
Ooh. Sick. Oops.
Like flops them and jets them.
Zil.
It's,
Well, unless you want to do
Oh
something
wait, I
else.
still have support actions, right?
Yeah, you got support actions to do if you want.
Alright.
FYI, I will say this. So I know you guys have like healing and like that kind of stuff at the moment. But you can't consume anything. So you can't consume like herbs and like potions and like that kind of stuff. So whatever things that you have that can heal you and don't, you might want to save them just in case. Just FYI.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Everyone looks fine enough from what I can tell, so moving on.
My turn.
It is your
How's
turn, Zil.
stamina?
I can just picture someone taking like a health potion like through the mask and going like trying to
Yeah.
absorb it.
So
Alright, Zil.
the thrown weapon was a support action, right?
That is true. Yes, reflex support.
So I can smack.
You can smack.
Let's go. Get him, Zil.
Which one are you
Big-
targeting?
The same one I hit with the axe, so the top
Alright,
one.
The one that has the axe in its head. That's like,
Yep. Not good.
oh.
It's okay.
That one.
Did I?
Oh.
Oh no. Sorry. Zil, we're not attacking yet, so that doesn't count.
Oh.
This is still movement phase.
Oh, it's still
You,
movement.
Yeah,
you
it's a
are
move.
engaged in combat.
I had a
You can
ranged
either
attack.
disengage or like do something like that. Yeah, I know the
I'm a turn behind.
the ranged attacks.
My brain is a turn behind apparently.
It's okay.
stuff.
Great. Then we're just gonna ignore the fact that nat one just happened.
Yes. It's a good time
They
getting that
they
one.
engaged me, right?
Yeah, they engaged you.
Can I still attack if they engage me?
Yeah, absolutely. You just can't
there
perform any
any-
arts against them. So you can do weapon attacks, but you can't
Fine.
perform an art.
That's fine. I'm just gonna chill. Well,
Let it happen.
can I reach out and try to grab my axe back out of his head?
Yeah, as a support action, I will have you do a physical skill check.
You got this. I believe in you, Zil.
12.
12. You reach out and yoink right out of his head, and he takes 2 points of cutting damage.
Yes. And my axe is back.
And
Didn't
your
lose
axe
it. I didn't lose it underwater.
Exactly. 2 points of cutting damage. He's starting to bleed out of his forehead. This guy. And he's going to perform a leap attack onto King Farron.
Like the face eaters in Alien.
And King Farron got a natural 1 to resist that, and so he
Sweet.
is going to start going to town against King Farron there. So essentially, he's grappled, and all damage is doubled for the remainder.
Oh my god.
So King Farron, Belvin, Mutant, Yuki.
Nice. Well, does Belbin get a move?
Yeah, I was gonna say, now that I'm not grappled anymore, now that all my dudes are dead, do I get it to move?
Yes.
Sweet.
Cool.
Get it.
I am just gonna come around this guy, get him from the back,
Oh yeah.
and then
So all
engage
the
in battle.
FYI, when there's a creature occupying, like on physically top of another creature, you have to do in the way checks in order to hit them. Otherwise, you risk hitting King Farron. Just
Okay,
FYI
I'm fine with that.
for melee.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You
It's in
can
good
also you
faith.
can also use a support action to attempt to rip him off, but or reflex.
He'd
support
probably
action, I guess.
appreciate that. Yeah, I'll try to rip him off, because that's
Make a
that'd be
physical
the good
skill
thing to
check.
do.
It's gonna be
You got this. You're strong.
Oh gosh. 15.
11, so you successfully rip him off.
Stick. Oh, why that space? Oh my gosh. Hey, that's the
Sorry,
wrong
that's the
space.
closest space.
That's the wrong space.
Sorry. All right, Yuki, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, Yuki seeing the scrum is gonna go 1, 2, 3, and just look longingly at Belbin, jealous of that. All right, well that's what's
Thordane's turn.
Thordane is gonna be like, oh, why don't you just shoot your arrow at him, Yuki? And go like 1, 2, 3, and then shoot an arrow at this guy.
Yeah, you got line of sight completely.
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's
go
what
ahead.
I'm saying. At disadvantage, or sorry, not disadvantage, despair. Well, he doesn't hit. I'm assuming that's a nat 1. So, what is that?
That ain't gonna
Plus 8. No, plus 7. 9.
hit. No,
it's
that
a
doesn't
9.
hit.
All right. And he's like, oh, no, just missed.
As it just drifts off into the ether. All right, that brings us to combat. So King Farron is going to fight this thing, I guess, because it's already initiated combat.
Get it.
And he is going to hit with a 16. So with his katana,
Yeah, baby.
That's what I like to see.
7 points of cutting damage. Then he's going to take his second swipe with his katana, which he just hits at an 11. And he's going to 12 points of cutting damage.
What an animal.
Freaking doing work. Belbin, your turn.
All right, I'm going after him too. Let's see if I can hit.
First attack.
First attack will be a 13.
13 will hit. Roll
Booyah.
damage.
It will be 16 points of impact and 2 of darkness.
How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, pick him up and snap him over my leg, his spine over my leg.
Yeah, basically, so he's like
Or
kind
you
of like
break.
a crabbed shell, and so you do so, and you basically just like break him in half, and just
Give the top half to King Farron as a
King Farron just like,
Prize.
swats it away as it just.
Who merely
Drifts off.
adopted the darkness. I was born.
Very, very
molded
dead.
by it.
But that brings us to these Krakora. So they're going to go ahead and make their attacks. This first one is going to attempt a bite on you, Zil. It's going to miss. And the second one is going to bite you as well.
Ah!
That's going to be 13, which misses. Sweet.
You're so thick.
Yeah, very thick.
Dude, you gotta use that shield I gave
It's
you.
gonna be
Come on.
really difficult to try to hit you.
True.
Luxalia.
And if they do, they're just gonna get wrecked. So.
Zill.
Zill is not good at many things, but being a wall, he is incredible at.
It is your turn, Zill.
I'm swinging. I'm swinging at the guy.
Stonewall Zill over here.
Mhm. Come on.
Like Stonewall Jackson, but different.
Sorry, I've got like dice over here, my sheet over here, my main screen over here. It's a lot going on. 15.
15 will hit.
Let's go.
Do that big boy damage.
Is the axe 1 or 2 stamina? I don't remember.
2. Great
2.
axe.
Okay.
FYI, light weapons and medium weapons are always 1, regardless of whether you are wielding it one-handed or two-handed, and heavy weapons are 2.
Gotcha.
I like
I
it.
forgot the thing has a freaking +7 damage.
It's
Let's
pretty
go.
good.
Good
It's
stuff.
Damascus,
It's-
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Damascus.
17 cutting.
Oh! Oh my god.
Yeah, you wield
Yeah,
around.
baby.
Whoa. Boom, and you
Yeah,
slam it
that
down
was good
into
roll.
basically the same spot. Just as its head like slams down against the sand, and this puff of like smoke, not smoke, sand sort of goes up into the air, and you can still hear it. It's like wiggling in order to attempt to get free.
Let's go.
Um,
That's it. That's all I can do.
Mutants dead. Yuki and
That's all
Thordain aren't in
do?
combat, so essentially we're going to be doing a here a contestant will make a physical skill check for
Let's get physical. Me?
me. Yeah.
Matt, 16.
Yeah, you won. And so both of them get pushed back.
Oh.
Essentially,
They
if
get-
they are unable to get pushed back, they're considered trapped, meaning you get everyone that's involved in the combat get an extra attack against them that are in melee. So if you're supporting, you don't get an extra attack, but if you're in a melee, everyone if they cannot be pushed back, let's just say, like, I don't know, there's 2 creatures right here, and you physically cannot be pushed back away. It has to be away from them. So it can't be, like, in an open space next to. Then they're trapped and everyone gets an extra attack. But they can't use it.
Do they get pushed back just 5 feet or out of my whole
yes,
control?
out of your control zone.
Okay.
Boom.
Good.
Get wrecked.
So it's
Making
basically
sure
just take they just both like go backwards out of your control zone. Sweet. Top of the combat round. Pacha. Roll for initiative.
Energize. I'm gonna energize my friend Thordain over there.
What does that do?
1 second. Can you do that top of the combat
Okay.
round? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a thing I have called Energize.
I know. Is it
And
sport action?
at
What's
once per combat round, at the top of the combat round, the player may restore 1d4 stamina to a single party member within 10 feet.
Is it a trait? I don't remember.
Yeah, it is.
Sweet. There you go.
Pretty good. Thank you, Luxalia.
Hey, go mention
Thank you.
it. 4.
Well, I'm maxed out. I appreciate it.
Hey.
Why? Thank you, Luxalia. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Just do your little dance.
That is pretty, pretty cool.
Belbin, what was your
Sorry to.
18.
Luxalia, your prayer appreciation.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be 13.
Zill.
14.
Yuki.
Yuki got a 7.
And Thordain.
Thordain got a 14, but he's got higher agility than Zill does. So, sorry, buddy.
That doesn't take much.
Yeah. I mean, Yuki and you both, buddy.
All right, which brings us to the top of the combat round. For Belbin, you are first. I think he's
Do
won
I know-
combat every time, except for last round with King Ferret.
That's true. Do I know that either of these guys exist?
You did know because you saw that at least this one did. He got pushed back out of your sight, so you have no idea exactly telling. But once you're within 15 feet, you'll be able to see
Okay, so I'll make my way over. That's 5, 10, 15. Now I don't see him there. I assume
You
now
can
I
see
see him.
this one.
Okay, yeah, I'll go one more then, and engage in combat.
Sweet. This guy is already engaged. This creature.
Devious.
Against Luke's Alia, he's gonna go ahead and unleash as a reflex support action his harpoon. Make an agility survival check for me.
You got this. I believe in you, Luxalia.
Freaking dare you. Agility. Wait, agility what?
Survival check.
Saving throw?
Yeah, saving.
Survival check. Yeah. Survival 8.
This goes. It pierces you, but
Ow!
it gets the shield off. It still pierced you, but he receives any kind of damage, so he has to make a.
Oh yeah, I have my shield. Sick.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah, he makes a faith.
He
Faith,
got
gotta have
11.
faith. And my, oh gosh, where's the save? It's player's level plus piety, and I'm pretty dang pious. So let's see, piety
Level
is
7
5,
plus-
level 7, so 12.
Well, he fails
He's
it
at-
at an 11, so he receives how
Take
much
that.
damage? Go ahead. And roll damage.
Yeah, I'll roll damage. Let's see. Receives 1d12.
Like,
Good.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. No. 1d12. Yeah. Light damage. It's only light damage. Plus piety, so 9. 9 light damage.
He attacked you, and you still did damage.
Yeah, you do. But he begins to reel you in, and you are pulled into combat challenge with him. If you attempt to disengage, this will be at despair next turn.
Was that a ranged attack?
It was a reflex.
It looks
What
like
action.
happened?
He's got harpooned.
Basically, if he goes within 10 feet, he can harpoon you and bring you into combat.
Oh. Fascinating.
So
It's pretty good.
they
Well
got
then.
some things that they can use. That's yeah, sweet. So that's his turn. This one's in combat. He's not going to do anything. He'll stay in combat. Actually, no, he's not. Belden,
Yes.
make a contested dexterity.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't think
20.
he got a nat 1. He is not in this combat at all.
Right.
Which brings us to Zil. This is your turn.
I thought Thordain went first.
Are we on the movement
Oh yeah,
phase?
Thordain.
Because he's dexterous. Okay, so since we're swimming and we're in the water, we can swim vertically, can't we?
Yes.
yeah.
So he's gonna swim
FYI.
5 feet up and 5 feet over, right
Yes.
here.
And so technically, the way that like the 3D mechanics go is it goes from a scale of 0 all the way up. Every 15 feet you rise, you essentially become like you get like a from 0, which is for ground level, to 1. And then so you're still on ground 0, meaning things can attack you still. But yes, you are up 5 feet. And then
If he goes over here, can he use his bow from here?
wait, where are you going? Sorry, you can control.
Oh yeah, sorry. So if I rise 5 feet and then go here, because on top of this pillar, can I shoot down at him?
Technically, you're still in melee range. You'd have to go up 15 feet.
Can I rise 5 more feet? So I'll be 10 feet above him then.
Then yes.
I'll do that. So he'll go up 10 feet and then over 5 feet. And then shoot down at this dude with his bow. Luxalia, I've got you, my friend. And
Wow. Thanks.
that is
Wow.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 is just going to hit.
Sweet. Good job, Thordain. And he's gonna do. Is that 5 plus
A boop ton of damage, probably.
10. 10 cutting damage
You-
in this guy's gizzard.
You
Nice.
unleash this arrow, Thordain, and it goes into his gizzard. Where's his gizzard? Like here?
I don't know. Wherever the gizzard is of these Krakora.
Blah. Right into his chest. And he's not very happy. But then we go on to Zill. Zill's turn now.
Quick question. So I've got my runic rage, which looses a shout, and like is basically the taunt kind of art I have, more or less. I know taunt is actually different, but does that work underwater?
What's the range of it?
Oh gosh, let me check.
'Cause it depends.
30-foot radius.
So that's gonna be cut down to 15.
Okay, so it still works. It's just smaller.
Yes.
Good to know. This is just for the dungeon in general. And does using a ranged attack end your movement?
No. You can do that, and then you can continue essentially to either engage a combat challenge or you run out of actions to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up 10 feet behind Belbin.
Okay.
I'm going to chuck a hand axe at this guy.
So reflex support action to do that. I'm gonna have you first make an in the way roll because it's not a direct. If you went up to
That's
here
a
15
D8?
feet, it would be, but he's technically partially obscuring, and so that would be a D8 on a roll of a 5+. You get through and you roll an attack against him. On a roll less than that, you make an attack against Belden.
Sorry, Belbin. I rolled a 3.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
9,
I love it.
13.
Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
Damn it. Sorry, Belbin.
Go ahead and roll damage as this axe just goes waft. Literally 5 feet. Just waft.
Wait, if it's right next to him, is it rolled at disadvantage?
Technically, yes, I guess. It would be disadvantage.
That one!
It missed.
Gosh.
Save
It's okay. In Wednesday's session of Adventures in Middle Earth, I plunked our barbarian in the butt with an arrow. So
Does missing a range attack use 2 durability then?
Nah, just 1, always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always 1? Okay.
Yep, always 1.
Great.
All right, that was great. Zill, do you want to do something else?
Nope.
you could go into combat if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, I did want to move in and engage the guy. Sorry, I just got a little overwhelmed that I just accidentally almost hit Belbin. Still panicked a little bit.
Engage!
I would have rolled to see if Belbin would have forgiven you or not.
That's
That was-
Fortunately.
Also, I find it really fun that I've got 3 axes with 25 durability each.
you might as well throw
I've
them
got
every turn.
75 durability worth of chucking.
Might as well, especially if it doesn't take an attack action.
Yeah, that's a nice change.
Luxalia, it is your turn. You can attempt to disengage. It will be with despair if you do so.
Oh man.
Or you can stay in.
Or I could stay in boop. If I attempt to disengage, that uses a support action, yeah, or a reflex.
That's your
support
reflex support action.
action. Okay. What do I have to lose, right?
Yeah.
Stamina.
Yeah, exactly. So this is going to be a
So-
despair.
Okay. Which is disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Roll 2, take to lower. Oh. Okay. Wait, what stat am I using here?
Dexterity.
9.
You got an 8. You successfully
Oh,
use the harpoon. You're
It
able
was like
to rip
Jagger.
it out, and you're able to back up 5 feet. So you've spent 5 feet of movement in order to disengage. Now you can do whatever you want with your last 2 support actions.
Quick
Remove
question,
it.
Fate Weaver.
Yes.
Quick question for clarification. So if Zil had hit Belbin with his axe, would his shield have popped then? And done light damage to Zil?
Technically, yes.
Oh. And then Zil's
Let's
shield would have
get
popped
jiggy with it.
and done light damage to Belbin.
Guys, stop!
No, I don't think that second ricochet would have happened. But it would have just broken Zill's shield, probably.
Oh man.
That's actually good to know. That's
I was curious about that. I was like,
all right.
Anyways, continue, Cole.
Luxalia.
Oh, I got 10 feet left of movement, yeah?
Yes.
So I'm gonna move. Oh, hold on. I need to zoom in here. All right, there. Next. Cool. How's everyone looking? How's everyone feeling?
Damn it.
You can only tell
Oh, you guys look
this area because
so good.
these 2 are out of your line of sight, so you can only tell. with
Oh,
those
okay.
Guys. I mean, technically you
Yeah,
have
they
a
look-
thing that you can tell everybody, but you have no idea of just looking
Right.
at these 2.
Sure, but King Farron's looking pretty fresh, right?
Oh yeah, I don't think he's been touched.
Sick.
I mean, he got touched by
yeah.
it, but then Belbin ripped the thing off of him.
Then Luke Solly's just gonna, chill out and be like, got the moves like Jagger over here, guys. Let's go.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh wait, I can use my staff, yeah?
Yes, your ice. I think you
For
have the
ranged
ice
attacks?
one,
Okay.
but- Mhm.
Yeah, I do. Okay. So how does it work when I'm not proficient with it yet?
So basically, you just don't add your ranged modifier. It's just a flat D16 roll plus. I think it's +3 because it's a +3 weapon.
Yeah.
What? He's a +3 weapon?
Yeah, his silverwood.
Yeah,
hook.
dude.
Oh my lord!
Remember that?
I don't
Yeah.
remember that. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, he got it a while
Nice.
back when it was still
Um,
back at in Colorado.
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. That was like, a long time ago.
Like a year and a
Galaxy
half
far,
ago,
far
2
away.
years.
That's too long.
So I will attempt. Oh no. 6.
That's not good.
That's not gonna do it. And so just
Dang it!
the ice attack just off into the ether.
And Luke Solly will say, Yuki, I just don't get this ice stuff.
Well, you just take some practice, Luxall. You'll get it one of these days.
Maybe it's because we're underwater.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
Mutants.
That's
dead.
all.
King Farron is not. He has a swimming speed, so he is
Hey.
What the heck?
Agile.
Oh my gosh.
and he's gonna go ahead and attempt to flank this Krokora as well. Yuki, you just see him dart off into the
So,
mist.
again, quick clarification. So, switching weapons is a support action, right?
Correct.
So, Yuki's going to switch her weapon into her bow,
Okay.
actually. And she's gonna move 15 feet, 5, 10, 15,
Hey.
and shoot at this Krakora with her bow twice, since she's got 2 attack actions.
All right.
So,
Go ahead. First
We'll
attack.
see what we do. Okay, so the first attack at disadvantage, right? Or not disadvantage. Okay.
Despair.
Oh, that's pretty good still, though. Ash Hunting Bow. Ooh, it's only a +1 to hit. 13.
That will not.
Everything is fine.
Oh, over the head. Okay, second one. Second shot. Oh, that's not bad. 15.
15 will hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
What D8? It's only a D8. 4 + 6. That's 10 cutting damage. And she's gonna say up to Thor, see, I can do this too, Thor.
Nice.
Cut him for
Just
10
out of
damage.
reach. Yeah, you fire it into him and it takes plugs into his chest. He's not liking it. He's
Into
not
his
liking
gizzard with
it.
Thor.
Into the second gizzard shot.
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna have to get his gizzard removed.
Yeah, that's good.
Sweet, which brings us down to that's it. Combat. Belbin.
Yeah. Is this guy? Is he damaged?
He is very hurt. This is the one that got
Alright.
axe to the head, and then his
Oh,
head slammed down.
okay,
He's
yeah,
bleeding
yeah, yeah.
profusely. Big gaping.
All right.
wound.
Well, let's just hit him and see if we can kill him. 13 for the first.
13 will not hit.
Alrighty. Second one. 13 again. So I will not do anything.
The
No.
Krakura is going to. Let's see. He's going to target Zill. He sees this.
Damn straight he is.
This aura, and he's gonna attempt a bite attack against Zill.
Bring it.
That's gonna be an 11.
No.
Yeah, he's a
luck.
very cornered, wounded creature, which brings us to Zill.
Oh my gosh.
Get it, Sil.
Yeah, this guy is not in good shape. Like,
Oh.
Zill.
My turn.
Yep, your turn.
We swinging. Gosh, I go through so much stamina so quickly.
Okay, just drink some Gatorade. Oh wait, you can't.
I know. 14?
14 will hit.
Yes.
You should hang out with Luxalia more. She'll give you more of that every turn.
17 cutting damage.
How are you going to kill this sucker? This poor,
Let's go.
poor.
We are going to take the axe and just hit right where the wound from the first axe I threw in the head was.
And as you do so, it just completely severs the head in two as it splits open. Yeah, it's dead.
Zill.
Let's go.
Go ahead. There's no basically checks right now, so top of the combat round, go ahead and roll priority initiative. There's one Krakora left.
Hey, I'm gonna give Yuki some
Hey,
stamina.
I'll
baby.
take that. Thank you so much. Did you see my shot, Luxalia?
Hey, you're not throwing away your shot.
My shot. I ain't throwing
Okay,
away
Hamilton.
my shot.
Belbin.
How much do I
yes,
get?
You're
14. Bad roll.
the lowest. It's a bad roll, but it's still but not too bad. Zill, what is yours?
16.
16.
Non-natural.
Thordane.
That is a natural 16 for a 23. Yeah.
Ooh,
He rolled well. He's
Luxalia.
feeling it.
18.
Wow. And then Yuki.
10. She got a 10.
It's okay, I'm energizing you.
King
She
Fairy's got a 11. I love my little stat sheet because I can input and then sort, and then it just gives the top of the combat round, so it's super nice. But that is Thordane, so
Yeah. Thordane is gonna see the Krakora in front of him and just like smirk to himself and be like, "Got you right where I want you." And he's going to use as a reflex support action, wounding shot on his bow attack.
I will say,
believe.
FYI,
Yeah.
based off of what he's seen, this guy looks very wounded.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Never mind. He won't use it. He won't use it then. He'll be like, "Yes, you, sir, deserve an arrow to the third gizzard," and he's gonna roll. Ooh, this is hit on fire. Ooh, this could be close. Oh, it's a 15.
Yep, 15 will hit.
15 hit.
Roll
Okay.
for damage.
D12. D12. That is 3 plus 5. 8 cutting damage.
How is Thordane going to kill this guy?
He hits him in the third gizzard.
Third gizzard. What's the third? You guys rolled a turkey. It goes, oh!
Yep.
It just dies. That is the end of combat. And
like
with
to hear
that, the group rests easy as you reconvene, seeing this patrol that you had relatively easily just taken out. I'm gonna go use the restroom. You talk it through, do what you gotta do.
Quick question.
Yes.
How do we refill our stamina?
So you can refill your stamina naturally. Every hour that you travel, you heal 1d4 stamina.
Okay, good to know.
In
All right,
combat,
sounds good.
looks all you
Can I
cover.
use? I can only do that in
Only
combat.
in combat. Yeah.
Even my forest spirit.
Oh no,
Spell.
you can do that too.
Should we
Okay.
do some looting? Is there
Yes,
any
let's-
Feel
looting?
free
take a
to talk it out.
We'll
I will
discuss.
I will literally be right back. So give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta take
I'm
a bio
also
break.
going to take a brief break. I will be right back as well.
Well, in the meantime, what we can do is we can all just comment on the fact that CU is winning 29-0 before halftime
Let's go,
against
Buffs.
the Stagford Trees. So, you know,
Stanford.
yeah. Against the trees. That's literally their mascot is a tree.
Let's
So
go, Buffs.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But Stanford's not good this year. Quick question, Connor, does Gonzaga have a football team?
Not since 1942.
Sweet. That's pretty good. But that's okay. That they're good at basketball. That's all.
Undefeated. Yep, undefeated for like the last 80 years, something like that.
I like it.
So-
I like it. But anyways, that was sick, guys. That was awesome. That
We did it.
combat went real quick. I think we're getting used to it finally.
Yuki,
Yeah.
did you kill 2 guys? I killed 2 guys.
Yeah, Yuki killed 2 guys. Luxali also
Alright.
killed 2 guys.
Yeah.
Zill's
pretty well
Coordinator's
dispersed.
got a kill, and I
Yeah.
think everyone got a kill.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
They get a kill.
Yeah, Luxalia.
Yeah, Luxalia got 2.
Yeah, she
blew
got
people
2.
up. That's one thing I was gonna say. Luxalia has the potential to do more damage than anyone with that freaking thing, because we can do Belbin and I can do like one real cool hit against one dude,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't hit 2 people at once for 20 something damage. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have like the great axe. It's good. It hits big,
Yeah, it
but
does.
it's like
Hey, you didn't miss this
one
time.
attack. I know.
what is your hit modifier with your great axe?
6.
That's not bad. That's not
No,
terrible.
I just roll like crap.
Oh. It is what it is, I guess.
That's all it is.
As the group, we can wait for Cole to come back, but as the group reconvenes all together, you realize that these are the Kokoro threat that have been attacking you. As the party of Eklos Eos realize, this is no skin off my back. However, King Farron, he does note, and that is just but a taste of what, well, the Kokoro menace have. These are just the weaklings that roam the streets protecting this area. As this is my very first time here on Talei, I do fear that there are greater dangers that are looming out waiting for us.
That's there's something bigger and tougher.
He points upward.
To the shark. The corpse shark.
It's not really a zombie, it's just ancient. It's just super old.
Yes. Gross shark. We should fight it. Belbin, what do you think? What do you
I'm
think,
down.
Belbin?
Should we swim up?
I don't know if Belbin's the right guy to ask.
Can we quickly check to see if there's any markings or anything on the Krakora that delineate any information that we need about these crystals of sorts?
About the crystals, make a...
Or just keys, that kind of thing?
Yeah, make a wisdom skill check for me. All of you can do it if you want to loot.
Yeah,
or
Thordain's
whatever.
very curious about this.
Yeah.
Yuki got a 18.
Okay.
And Thordain got a natural 16 for a 19.
All the gnats. Crazy.
11.
Thordain's freaking sick today. I'll tell ya.
As you search around these bodies, they're pretty dismembered, and some of them have floated off well above the soot layer. But the ones that you were able to look at and take a look, these creatures, do not look natural by any means, especially the mutants. The mutants aren't carrying anything on them. They don't have like gold or like anything, of course, but they look to be like an amalgamation of breeding gone wrong. You can tell that they are very clearly a mixture between a shark and a crab, and the bodies that you see, of the three of them, they look slightly different in their features, while still kind of looking generally alike. Their teeth are razor sharp, and they probably stand a solid 2.5 to 3 feet, so they're not huge, but they are menacing. As far as the Krakora, from what you've been able to see, they don't wear any kind of like uniform armor. As I had mentioned previously, from what you saw, they have kind of this like accumulation of like barnacles and like scraps of like metal that they probably have found that they've been able to forge together. So much so that you can't really look at these and wear them as like an armor yourself. It's basically just been, it's not wearable. Their spears are pretty rudimentary. You could attempt to loot them. They would be essentially, the tips of them are made out of teeth and pretty jagged, kind of what look to be driftwood. FYI, if you do take any of these, their hit into wound are going to be at a -1. They're not very well crafted gear. So it's up to you.
Question
but
though,
as far as actual markings or anything that are on them, no, you don't see anything. But if you want to scout the surrounding area, you can do that.
Well, Thordain's he was trying to get arrows back, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna have him roll a d8 for me.
A d8.
Kyle, let me ask you a question. Did you really go to the bathroom that fast?
I did, because my bathroom is literally right here.
Wow.
The door
That's
is
a
like
5.
right there, and it was just very fast.
That is a 5.
A 5. He's able to collect 1 arrow.
Sweet.
Can I pick up my axe that I threw?
Yep, 100%. You find those easily. Fortunately, they have enough weight where they don't go flying off. They just pretty much land right where they missed.
Can I investigate the area?
Yeah, go ahead and make a knowledge or wisdom skill check for me.
I'll definitely do wisdom. 9.
You begin looking around, and it's pretty difficult to see anything off in the distance, but you begin looking around the general vicinity, and you see that there is what look to be trails from basically the tails that go behind. And so as you look, you can sense that there is actually a decent pattern of patrolling, as if they patrol kind of the same areas. And so you know the certain areas, and in this specific map that you see, it goes in this general direction through the streets. So there aren't as many slithers in this direction, and there aren't as many slithering in this direction.
Good to know.
That's a lot of slithering.
Well, maybe if we become the patrol, then we won't run into any more of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me.
Okay. All right. Knowledge? What is my knowledge? That's a 5.
5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. What do you
Hey,
think?
that's like slightly below average.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I thought it was a pretty good guess. What about you,
Yeah,
Keith
it's only
Baron?
5 bad.
What do you know about the patrols of these Krakora?
Next to nothing, as much as you do.
Oh.
But we do have a goal in mind. It looked like that key fragment that we hold, they must be scattered throughout here, and it doesn't look like any of these normal patrols have these on their bodies. So I think picking off patrols might not be the best means of finding this. These key shards seem important, and, well, from the one room that we saw, very much intentionally trapped or on the persons of somebody of importance. Someone which Throlaka would entrust something so important to.
I say we wander around until we find a new spot to where one is hiding.
Thordain proposes, well, if we go above the murk layer, we are bound to see more.
But
You guys, I will say this: you will
But then there's
remember
the scary shark.
there is a scary shark, and you will remember that at the two places that you have visited, kind of the like key
There's a
door,
light.
and then the there is a kind of like a guiding crystal that you can see up above the murk layer. Two of them are active, but you'll be unable to see. But you can see some of the taller architecture if you do so. If you do go up that 15 feet, I will have you make stealth checks, but it'll give you a much better idea of what direction to be able to go. For certain.
Melvin, you're stealthy and expendable.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I agree.
Expendable.
savage.
King Farron, he looks at you, Belvin, and says, "Be very careful. I've not seen anything quite so formidable as that creature. Even more so than I would even say Throlaka is, at least from the last time I saw him. Please do your best to not be found. It could be death not just for you, but for all of us."
Don't worry.
I very much like
I have a-
dying.
I have a 25 swim speed. I'll be fine.
Sweetie boy.
Yeah.
So what did you say?
I very much like not dying.
Well, you
Tried
can go.
very
In,
hard to do
you
that
can
my
go
whole
in
life.
front of us, Zil. You're real thick. You could probably get
I'm
shaken a couple times.
I am not going with him up above the shark. I've seen that big shark. No, thank you.
Dude, we freaking fought a giant sea serpent thing. And by fight, I mean we ran away. What? We can run away from this too.
Don't swim very good. I'm very heavy.
Wow.
So is that the plan, Belvin? Are you going up?
Yeah, I'm going up.
Peek your head out the
You
top.
kick up. You kick.
This old
up
man's
from
lived
the
a good
ocean
life.
floor. You kick up from the ocean floor, and you're able to control yourself, or you're able to peek up just above the murk layer. Initially, from what you see, you can see this big open cavernous space, and again, this bioluminescent algae along the outside, so you can see the general shape in the dome. And you do see probably a solid, probably about 150 feet away, this giant colossal monster, the shark, swimming and prowling. I'm gonna have you make a stealth check for me.
Oh no!
Alrighty.
You got this, Velma. I believe in you.
Stealth. Am I in darkness technically?
You are in darkness.
Okay.
All right, then it'll be a 15.
Oh, hey.
You peek your head out, and you can tell that this creature has not noticed you. But you look around, and you can see a few kind of taller landmarks that peek up amongst the rubble. There are 3 of them in particular. One looks to be the spire of the tip of like a spear in a statue. It barely peeks up, but you can sense like a faint kind of shimmer on the top of the spear. It looks like there is an unactivated crystal there. Another place of interest that you can see is this large-looking building, actually very intact. It's probably the tallest of all of them, and it stretches probably about another 10-15 feet above the murk, so probably a solid like 30 to 35 feet. Maybe like 25 to 30 feet tall. And it looks to be the remnants of what looks to be a cathedral. And then in the furthest off distance, you can see a giant, what looks to be arena. It is very wide, not as tall as the cathedral, but it is very wide. And it probably encompasses the better part of the north part of the city.
Okay. It's good to know. I'll swim back down, I think, before anything sees me. And I'll go back to everyone and say, if we're looking for a good time, there's an arena at the far end. I have a feeling some fun would go down there.
Don't
There's
you remember
also
what
a
happened last time we were in an arena? Uxalia died.
Yeah.
It was a
Hey!
good time.
That was by choice.
And King Baron just like looks at you. Like,
I don't think we should go
So-
towards the arena.
All right, well
I
then there's
think we should. There could be Gleeox, and that's fun.
Yeah, well, I don't.
looks like for the first time we might agree on something.
Hey,
I guess
man.
if Uxalia is comfortable, fine, but
But what else did you see,
Yeah.
Belbin?
Yeah, so then there's a cathedral, like a run-down cathedral that's pretty tall, and then
We should go there. I changed my mind.
that's more like it. So then we also have there's a spire or spear tip, and at the very top I could see a little thing glinting. Might be one of those little guys that we need.
Maybe you should go get that, Belbin.
That was like 150 feet away.
Yeah, you
Let's
just
go.
swim on the little murk layer. You know, occasionally peek your head out.
Can you like point us in the general direction?
Maybe you should get King Farron. He's really good at swimming. Did you not see him during that?
Yeah, he might be the guy. He's got a beef to pick with these guys too, so maybe he's the guy. I know I'm expendable. That was my nickname in high school, whatever. But
Oh no!
Oh my god.
But that was like centuries ago.
what type?
So we know you're not educated. It's okay. I don't know why
It's
it's so
always just a
sad.
savage
Thordane's like,
today.
Thordane's like, I second that. I have no idea what a high school is. All the schooling that I found has been from real-world, practical experience.
That's a good
Oh,
point.
that's low
It's
school.
a school that's in like the mountains. It's very high up. Yeah.
Do they have a blacksmithing school there? I've heard
Probably.
I've heard the Refinium Peaks are great for blacksmithing.
That's true. Okay, back on topic. What direction was the spear tip?
Okay, so Belbin, based off of this map and you going upwards, the spear tip is going to be in this direction. If you
Okay.
wanted to go to the cathedral, it'll be this direction. And if you
Okay.
wanted to go to the Colosseum, it's going to be this direction.
Ooh. All right, guys. This way for the spear. This way for the Colosseum. This way for the cathedral. What do you say we split up and everyone goes there?
No, that sounds like a
whatever way they
horrible
want?
idea.
That's horrible
Belbin.
plan.
Belbin,
Really bad plan.
This
We
might
love you,
be.
Belbin.
the worst idea you have ever had. And you
Oh,
have had
God.
some pretty bad ones.
I don't know about that, but we should stay together.
Welcome to the
At
roast
least
of
in
Belbin
groups
Rogue.
of like three.
You,
At least in
Belbin,
groups of
you are the
three.
reason I drink. You are the reason I live to forget.
L'Chaim. All right, let's go. Sport.
All right, I'll just feed myself to the shark.
Your clothes suck and you have really bad body odor.
Your body odor smells like cumin. I don't know. Have you ever noticed like old guys' body odor smells like cumin?
No!
That sounds like that's what the smell of going into an Indian restaurant, like eating Indian curry.
Yeah. Yeah.
They smell like
All
curry.
right, let's
Let's do it.
go
Oh.
to the spear.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea for now.
The spear.
Is
We'll
that-
get
is
to
that the plan?
save the best for last. Go to the Colosseum second, and then the cathedral last.
We went to the Colosseum. We ate curry and rice. We
Delicious.
ate curry and rice.
I don't know this song, but keep it going.
Sally pulls out her guitar.
It's a song from my teaching days. We went to the mountains. We ate curry and rice. We ate curry and
It was
rice.
great.
It was great. Yeah, like that. It's good.
Okay, is that the plan to make your way to the spear?
Yeah. It's good.
The spire.
Let's do it.
Is that
Yeah.
is the unanimous decision?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Should we be going on the path or should we stay off the path?
Oh, we'll go on the path. I think it sounds like a good idea.
So again, this was something that Belbin did note, is the general direction that the patrol seemed to go was along this path.
Yeah, this is a pretty heavily populated trail.
Okay, we'll go flight. Well, maybe we'll swim right below the soot layer. How's that sound?
Cool. Then I can just pop my head up,
Yeah.
see where we are.
Oh, stealthy like.
I can't hear anything. It's so loud. Busted my eardrums.
All right, the group of you make your way up. Zill, I'm gonna have you make a acrobatics, dexterity check for me.
That's a nat 1.
Oh my lord.
Zill, you're really struggling as you attempt to swim upwards.
My god.
You just
Why did we pick him?
no, all of you I thought were swimming up.
We are.
Oh!
Do we all have to make that
Yeah.
check?
No,
I
just,
was-
just Zill.
Oh,
Just-
oh my.
Oh, because
Oh
he's
my
fat.
God.
Oh yeah, how much do you weigh?
What? Oh! How dare you ask such a question?
Above,
I'm offended.
Phil did not ask this directly. This is Max asking Paul how much Luxalia weighs.
I don't know, like 90 pounds?
Luxalia,
Yeah.
I'm carrying 2 of you in gear.
And,
Don't give me that.
and his mouse waffle, which is I see him crawling around your mouth. How do you deal with that? That's disgusting.
Okay, it's a little.
Disgusting. You've
Looks
got a
like he
mouse
got-
on your lips.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Can we attempt to like help lift him up? Like carry him by the arm?
Yes, you can. And I can
All
just not
right.
have you make a check. The group of you, however many of you want to do that, can
For
float
he's
him.
a jolly good fellow. For he's
Lifting
a
him.
jolly good fellow.
Yeah, and because you are peeking just up above the Merc lair, you are going to be making your way to the spire with relative ease. However, I'm gonna have you all make stealth checks for me.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah. Oh, no.
Oh god!
It wasn't me. Let it be known.
Oh, nice.
Let it
I got
be
an
known.
11.
What? Zill rolled better than Belbin with a -1.
Thornton got a
Stealth.
23. Yuki
Oh,
got
wow.
Yuki got a natural 1.
Zill got a 12.
Okay, it looks all like what looks all you get.
4.
Lucky for you, Yuki.
We're fighting a
King
shark.
Farron got a nat 16
Oh,
Oh,
to cancel out that natural 1, and because more than half of you passed this, you go and make your way undetected.
I'm sorry, guys.
Along the top side layer. You do so, and you probably travel again. As Belbin said, it was about like 150-ish feet, so it's not too long. But you look down and you can't see a whole lot. You're gonna have to descend if you want to see anything in this general area at the base of this.
We're not looking at the base. We want to see the. We want the tip.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anything stopping us from swimming up to the top?
You're whoever goes up to the top, because this thing sticks about 5 feet out of the Merc lair. You're gonna have to make a stealth check for me.
Oh, stealthy. Thornton's stealthy. No, Thornton's not stealthy.
So is
Actually, wait.
I think I
He's
only have a
average.
plus 4 to my
Yes,
stealth.
same with Thornton. He's got.
I've
I
got
used
a
to be
plus
better.
2.
-1.
I've got a plus 2. So, like, you
Thornton's
know,
feeling-
what does that even mean?
Thornton's feeling real brave.
Everlast isn't
What do you
even
mean you got
supposed to have
plus
minus
4?
modifiers, and I
You
have.
can't kill off Akari's guy. We got it. When he's not here.
You never know that he's gonna get killed. It's only 5 feet. The worst that can happen is the shark spots him. He can swim back
That's
down.
pretty bad.
But into the murk layer. See?
Doesn't he suck at swimming?
Well, he does, but he's got 4
You
stealth.
got this, Agent Thordane.
Why, thank you, Luxalia. And he's gonna swim up and attempt to yank the thing.
Make a stealth check for me.
All right.
Make your way to the statue, and it's actually very.
That's
clear.
good though.
It's basically the silhouette of what looks to be a warrior. For those of you who are actually examining this, so probably Luxalia, Zil, and Melvin, and Yuki, I'm gonna have you all make knowledge skill checks for me. But what was Thordane's roll?
It was a 17. That's pretty good.
Yes, very stealthily, he looks at the tip of the spear, and he can tell that this is very clearly what looks to be a kind of looks like a jade stone, but this is akin to what was in front of the very fancy house in the ice thing. You don't have no idea how the last one was activated, but this can be activated in some way.
We can't pluck it?
You could attempt to pluck it.
Don't we need to take it to a location?
Well, this is similar to what you guys had seen. This is a waypoint, essentially. So if you're down below the murk, you don't have to go up above the murk layer to find different places. You basically can see the glow in the distance, and you can go towards it.
Gotcha.
That's what this is.
Well, Thordane's gonna whisper to it. Aloha Mora. Oh wait. What's the one? What's the one that lights things up?
Lumos.
Lumos. Aloha Mora's the unlocking one. Lumos.
Yeah.
He whispers it to the crystal.
Happens.
Oh. And Thordane goes back down, and he's like, well, we got to activate it somehow. It is definitely one of those guiding wayward crystals.
Why is it wayward?
Because it is not activated.
Is it free real estate?
No, I think that's shark's real estate. I think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Those loan sharks, am I right?
No, I'll tell you.
But
Well, at least we're not. At least he's not leaning on it, putting a lean on it. Because
I know.
Anyways,
Eileen.
Yuki got a 14 for her for knowledge check.
Okay.
Belvin got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 10 as well.
And Zil.
4.
Nice. I like it.
You
He didn't go to high school.
You have a general idea as you kind of look at this figure. It looks to be human, actually, but it seems to be defaced. There are old but newer additions to this. There is a new kind of stone that is basically attached to the facade of it. Instead of like the classic kind of grayish stone, there are certain pieces of this that have been replaced with a blackened stone, kind of similar to like the obsidian that you would see back in Flomberge. And they have, with these additions, it actually now makes the shape of an elf. So basically, the ears have been extended. The clothing itself has been covered over to resemble that of like ancient elfish garb.
Yuki tells that information to the group, and in particular is looking curiously at King Farrand if he has got any information about such things.
Elvins.
Well, he was human, but now it's an elf. Looks like a new addition. Do you know anything about this, King Farrand?
All that I know is when the Great Sea took over much of the Ashalinthil region, so much of our history, so much of Everlast's history has been lost to the depths. Clearly, as we've seen so far, this is some kind of mountain-dwelling civilization that existed back in the First Age. And from what I can tell outside of the Krakora, we have been some of the first to be able to investigate. There aren't very many technologies or powers in this world that allow us to, basically people outside of the Fesh and Fey elves, to deep sea dive. Yes, it has been relatively recent that even sea travel has become, or at least long-distance sea travel has become, a regular thing for most people. For this is troubling. Clearly, from the architecture I've been examining, much of this city belongs to a civilization of men. How much do you know about the creation, the start of Everlast?
I mean, the pillars are involved.
Thing or two, I guess.
Would any of us know? I mean, I know personally, but do I?
I
Luxalia,
probably studied something.
Luxalia,
Right.
I'm gonna have you make a piety skill check, and this is gonna be with emboldened.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
no natural ones.
Oh no. That's +2, right?
Plus 2
Yep.
to the roll.
Right. Piety. I'm so pious, yeah. But I can't find it.
Under faith.
The heck?
So
Yeah.
faith gets split into focus and piety.
Right. Ah, there it is! I found it! Okay, that's gonna be 10.
10.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
You know a lot more about kind of the Glyven plight of making their way over from Nerun to Everlast. However, you were learned and taught in the ways of the history of Everlast. So one of the things about Glyven civilization, Glyven culture, especially the orders that you have been studying in Luxalia, is the people of Everlast and the original creation of Everlast. They were the very first civilizations were that of humans. And during the first age of Everlast, it was a time of great expansion, and they inhabited much of the lands of Ashalanthil. And so this name, Ashalanthil, has been brought up to you multiple times. The first one being, if you remember, all the way back at the Aishan volcano in Flomberge. The big statue you saw up there, and basically there was like a monument to Ashalanthil that was there.
Yes.
You've also note in some of your history that was essentially the cradle of civilization. The very first peoples that existed were the peoples of Ashalanthil. And the region itself expanded far and wide. You don't know quite the extents of that. But they were a number of types of civilization, from people who worked farmlands, from people who were just wanderers in the wild, all the way to those who would dwell in mountain civilizations. And from what you know, they were all human. And then that's pretty much what you were able to tell from there. King Farrand, he piggybacks off the top and says, that's right indeed. In fact, in the First Age, at the end of the First Age, there was a great war. Malvish and his evil influence corrupted the dragons, the dragon kind. There were 4 of them. The dragon Belial, the black dragon conqueror of the west. Kalisha, the dragon of the north. Felquaith, the terror of the east. And finally, Nazrahim, the great dragon of power from the south. He made his way to each one of the dragons, and he convinced them, in their great might, in their great power, they shall not have, the people of Everlast shouldn't have fealty to an unseen god, but rather themselves. They were created the mightiest of creatures within Everlast, and so they gathered the people from all corners of the earth to worship them. But there were those who stayed true to the ways of Alamnia. Many went astray, many taken slaves and captives. But those who chose to fight on the side of Alamnia, they were gifted the grace of Serac, hence the reason the elves are the way that they are. We can live unnaturally long lives and not age. We are gifted in the likeness of Serac, Alamnia's first creations, those who sit around his throne, and so our fairness is akin to them. However, he cursed others. curse them with the Draken kind. And he kind of nods over to you, Yuki. Each one of those that ancestors that followed those lines were cursed with the Draken curse, and in being one of those aspects of that curse is they cannot reproduce with any of those outside of their kind. One of the few of the free folk of Everlast that are unable to do so, meaning the Draken, with each passing year, they dwindle more and more in their numbers, and they bear this curse forever. The likeness of the dragons they worshipped, a stain on them. However, after that great war was fought, the elves took seat of power in Shalinthil. And unfortunately, Malvish's influence did not stop at influencing the dragon. The great High King of the First Age, the King of Shalinthil, well, he was beset upon by an elf, his high advisor, who, in his time, gained power, started worshipping the powers of the void, started worshipping Malvish, all of the powers, magic that was promised from him. He gained to himself. In the secret and in the shadows, he gained followers. And with that, a darkness began to spread from Shalinthil. The humans, the Draken, the elves, who once followed the king, now with the king dead, became subjugated under this new king, this usurper of power. In the lands of Shalinthil, well, they became plagued with demon worship. So much so that this magical power the vast majority of the elves couldn't harness, creating a fell race, the race of orcs. Those who could harness the power became what we know today as the Dark Elves. The Dark Elves have been, well, traces of them still linger.
We've
They have
experienced
retreated to
them.
the world of the Subterran, not to see the light of day. That is until, rumor has it, they gain the power to retake the upper world. But the orcs, they breed and they grow in number. And those are the main servants. The main servants of the new king of Shalinthil. Alamnia, in his mercy, he saw the evils that had begun to take place, particularly in the kingdom of Shalinthil. He gathered his faithful, the few that remained, and he told them to find Highland. And with that, a great flood swept through, destroying the vast majority of the Dark Elf race that had been created. But unfortunately, there were many civilizations that were lost. And this town, the town which we called Talei, was once a kingdom. From what I can see here, it was a kingdom of men who dwelled under the mountains. Clearly, the influence of the Dark Elves have taken place, corrupting the architecture. From what I can tell, this is a forsaken place. Much turmoil and death and despair resides within this kingdom. A place very suitable for the wicked Krakora to be able to sink their roots in and gain deep power. There's a dark power that resides in here, something I can feel. And Zill, you can actually feel hints of this too. It's not as pervasive as what you felt in, for example, the Sorcerer's Keep, but there are bits. This does seem far. This place is a place far from light. That beast, and he looks upwards, must have been here for quite some time. unable to escape this confines of the mountain. It is ancient, and it is cunning, I can tell. But Thralaka, he has grown in power. A power which I think, from exploration, he draws from this very land. There is an evil here at work. An evil we must discover. And I think by discovering that, it is a key to helping save my daughter.
Well, maybe if we
Cool.
save the statue, maybe it would light it up, undesecrated. Perchance.
I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check for me, Yuki.
Oh my god. It's a nat 16 plus 2, 18.
Let's
You
go.
look through and you can see where some of the new facades on the statue have been placed. It is, in fact, given the ability to be able to remove some of these pieces if you want to begin chipping away at the exterior or lifting
With
them
donkey
off, per
kicks.
se.
With donkey kicks.
How many of you want
precisely.
To do this? How many of you want to do this? Help dismantle the dark elf facades on this, if any at all.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
While they're doing the physical work, I'm gonna be doing like a blessing.
Purifying rituals. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Luxalia, I'm gonna have you make a piety skill check for me first and foremost.
Let's go.
Lots of piety for Luxalia today.
I like it. 14.
14. As you begin to do so, you sense this hint of darkness begin to fall off this statue. And with that, it seems that it almost loosened the bonds that had attached to this statue. Yuki, I'm going to have you make a physical skill check, and with everybody's help, this can be with hope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hope. That helped a lot. Physical?
Mm-hmm.
14.
14. You're able to pry off every bit of darkened stone from it, revealing a statue. In all of its glory, you can see what look to be long flowing, almost grayish white robes. And instead of a spear tip, you can see that there is a scepter in the hand. And this scepter is what is encasing the stone. And you begin to see it begin to glow.
Let's go.
And with that, it reveals the area below. And you can see a group of Krakora looking up at you.
Oh yeah.
And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Oh my gosh, another combat.
Yeah, freaking. Oh, did anyone need stamina, by the way? I like.
Oh
how
yes,
these
you guys can
restroom-
heal. You guys did travel for a decent amount of time. I'll allow you to each heal 1d4 plus your Constitution modifier of fortitude modifier stamina.
I'm max then.
My fortitude modifier? I don't even need to roll.
That's what I'm saying. Neither do I.
Dude,
Good.
nice.
We are good.
My
Thordane, what do you
fortitude
got, buddy? Hey, he
Oh,
doesn't need to
yeah.
roll either. Sweet. It's a
Now,
bummer
there-
Ikari couldn't join us, but
Alright.
fun stream. Stream.
Quickly, before we let you all go, thoughts on tonight's session about everything going forward? Yeah, you didn't necessarily discover another key fragment, but you have a general more idea of history and what to look forward to in this dungeon. Let's go ahead and start in reverse
Heck
order
yeah.
with Connor.
Yes. It's been a while for combat for me, so it did take me a hot sec to look through everything, refresh on everything, get the numbers. But it was good. I think it came back pretty easily. So happy with that. Happy to be back. It's always good to be fighting stuff. It's always fun to have combat encounters. So it was good.
For sure.
I
Yeah, I that was one thing. It's been I'm trying to genuinely think when the last time combat happened. The last time that potentially it could have was the basically the Temple of Amandalius that Zil and Belbin explored, but you guys never actually activated a combat in there. So good kudos to you. But
I
then
think it was
Azale Doom, which was kind of just more of like a flight from him and trying to survive that.
Yeah.
But before
Didn't
that,
we?
what was it? I'm trying to genuinely think.
Wasn't it
So-
the like
against
final
Eos?
boss dude, and we had to let the blood not go in the portal?
Yeah,
Like
Eos.
that whole
No.
battle?
No, it wasn't. So we remember we did the battle at the gate of all the
that's right.
pirates coming on the island, but then also Zill and I had to fight some fire demon dudes.
That's right. Actually, I think
Well-
Luxalia's last combat.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Luxalia's last combat might have been Amios.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's wild.
That's insane.
it's been a minute.
Well, hopefully now that we're in a dungeon, combat will become more, a little bit more. I know it was a little bit to kind of look through and go over, but personally, I felt the flow was okay. But if you guys want
I thought it was
to
good.
comment on the flow
Yeah.
of battle without the enmity system and all that kind of stuff, just let me know. I know there's like a few things that I kind of like forgot to do, like ones with like the like positioning, but
Grapple.
also I actually skipped combat once and then we had to go back. But yeah, it's good. But Connor, do you have any notes on the combat system?
No. The one thing I think is funny was when everyone started using their range weapons. I think I had one of the highest priorities, but I like ended up attacking last because everyone was like, Zill was throwing axes and Thoradane was shooting his bow and like all that. So I just thought that was funny, but it was good. No, I got nothing else.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. That might be a good note. I do wonder, because one of the reasons why it is part of the movement phase is so you have the ability to like shoot and then move and do whatever you want. So like the attack isn't the end of it, and so you can like make a ranged attack and then also go in and initiate a combat if you have multiple attacks. With that being the case, it would be interesting to see if it does just become part of the attack round. Kind of basically you would have to use all of your support actions first before you do that. It would be interesting to be able to see that. But yeah, no, for the shooting to be able to happen first before the melee combats. But yeah, I kind of look at like the melee combats as like that's like the intensity of it, where like the like back combat, like for example like Luxalia is like boom. Unfortunately, the Kokore had kind of lower HP because you had been beating them up, and so they died. But the blinding effect is also like to be able to kind of help you in combat too, because a lot of the range attacks have like additional effects, which kind of it's supposed to kind of be supporty for the rest of the round. But yeah, no, it is interesting to kind of think, and especially strategy going forward. Being able to communicate that, be like, hey, like I want to be able to do this, and if there's like people within earshot, it's like, this is my plan, like what do you guys want to do based off your combat order. Hence another reason why at the top of every combat round it's a different initiative. So like for example, you can kind of plan accordingly, but the plan is different every combat round. So yeah, it kind of depends, but it's up to you guys. And yeah, there's the potential to shoot your teammates, so careful of that.
So fun.
So fun. Dane, what were your thoughts?
He's really good. I had a really good time with it. Again, it's been a long time since combat happened. I've been really wanting to use a few skills that Yuki has. I used one, the Dance of the Snowfall, which is really cool, but I also have a couple other skills that I can officially use, but I haven't used them. So I want to use them at some point. It'll be really cool if I can do so. But aside from that, I actually thought the flow of battle felt really nice. The combat didn't take the whole time. It was only a 40-minute combat. That's how long it took. It wasn't that long.
Felt
and we fought a lot of dudes. We fought a lot of dudes too. It's not like there was only like one or two dudes. So I think the flow of combat's getting a little bit better, but maybe we're just getting used to it as well. We're getting between each phase quicker. I really like the zones. That's really cool. I like that quite a bit, and it's just overall really good. But lore drop too. I'm a big fan of lore. I'm a big history fan, and getting to know a little bit more about Everlast, and obviously King Farron being the king of the Fashion Fae would be a very good source for that, and that's kind of cool. So I'm just kind of fanboying as that's going on.
This is a completely new place. He could basically talk about like just the general lore of the area, but like for example, Luxalia probably has a better handle of like maybe some of like the religious lore behind like the early peoples as opposed to maybe more of like the diplomatic type things, like historical things. So that's why I had you roll that check for me, to kind of uncover a little bit of that. But yeah.
And just the last thing too, guys, I missed y'all. I really missed y'all. I really liked the funny and witty quips everyone had. I think we were communicating well with each other in character and outside of character too. Like, that was really fun and easygoing in a way. It was just a really good time. So I appreciate it. I really do. I miss it because in the Adventures of Middle Earth, it's a completely different vibe. It's not a bad vibe, but it's a completely different vibe than this vibe that I get with you guys. And I appreciate it. So
I will say the one thing that shocked me about before moving on to Luxalia, but Belbin, 54 damage, or however much that was.
And I think he undercounted it. He was saying.
Yeah. See, I think when you were gone, I was thinking about it. I think I did not count it right. I think it could have been more than that. I think I did
So
something
you're
wrong,
lethal
but...
on the first round of combat.
Yeah. After that, I mean, if I hit, I can do a lot of damage.
I want you to note too, it's the first round of your combat, similar to Luxalia's skill. And so you can go into hiding, and if combat has already officially started, you can like maybe like sneak around to find like a decent target to be able to unleash that first round on. So things to think about in the future. Unless you just want to go in guns a-blazing against the first thing you see too, which is very valid, which you demolished that little mutant thing. Freaking like tore it asunder, like double the damage needed to like kill it. So yeah, crazy. Super crazy.
Good.
Yeah, and like again, like one of the things that I really enjoyed is like everyone got a chance, a little piece of to take something out. Hopefully nobody felt useless during the combat. But yeah, anyways, Luxalia, what were your thoughts on tonight's session?
Yeah, I thought again, good to see everybody, good to be back. Yeah, I thought it was good. I would be interested as well to see if ranged attacks were also on the attack phase, how that would change things. Partly just because I kind of tend toward doing everything I do on that one round. And then the combat round comes and I'm just kind of like sitting and watching, which is also fun. It's just kind of, it's just
I think of it this way too, though.
But,
like, you look at Belbin, and literally his movement phase is I'm moving into this guy and initiating combat. That's like his round. Where your support round is a lot heavier, and so you just like you've already done all of your stuff, so it's like quick boop 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 boop. All of that.
I will add with Thordan and a lot of his stuff. A lot of his stuff has to be used on the support round, and a lot of his support abilities are used on his ranged attacks, if that makes sense.
Don't worry, Cole, we'll be play testing it to see what feels better. So I'm glad that.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying like for sure has to switch. I'm just saying it would be interesting to see if it would make a difference. Just because I try to stay out of melee combat as much as possible. So
that's good.
I just find that most of my stuff is kind of front loaded on the phase order.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I was having a hoot and a half. I was twiddling on my guitar a little bit, which was also just, I don't know. It's just like right here, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Do some background music. So, yeah. So it was just kind of fun to hang out and play again and get some lore and all the things. It was a fun sesh. So
good. Zill, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was really good. It only came up like once, but I'm really happy with the change made to the maximum enmity feature or trait that I took. Because, I mean, when I took it originally, it was really good for what enmity was and what my character was, and it's gone under like 17 changes at this point.
FYI, to all of you who are watching, enmity has been the most difficult thing. Like, I've been desperately trying to like create a combat system that actually like utilizes like tank features, which D&D doesn't do at all. And so basically you just throw a body in, and then it's like fine. And then all of the combat happens like everybody's surrounding like a big monster, and then it's just like everybody just beats him to death, and it's not very dynamic as far as at least like for like one-on-one enemies and like that kind of stuff goes. So more movement is kind of what I've been going for with this, and like the combat like zones. I felt like was a good way to be able to expend, where it's like things can't just run by Zill, like can't just run by the tank, and like it protects people that are like within the area.
So the double the zone size and double the zone monsters. I forget which one is tied to the one is unique to tanks, one is unique to the specific tank feature I took.
The tank one is like to all tanks is the 10-foot bubble. The maximum enmity allows you to get 2.
Then my trait is two creatures, but both of them just feel very satisfying.
Good.
And it's fun. It's fun when Zill hits with his axe. It's fun when he's actually doing damage. But combat is always satisfying for me because run in and distract the other guys is always doable. If I'm rolling terrible, which Zill rolls so bad, I don't know what it is. It's like I get nat 16s or I get nat 1s, and that's it. That's all I roll. I don't know what the deal is, but it's bad. But no matter how bad the dice is, like Zill can always run in and just get hit.
Or not get hit because of that.
Not get hit.
Yeah.
So that's just been really fun, and those two kind of changes with the zones with that makes those feel all the more satisfying. It's like, okay, I'm actually fulfilling my role as a tank
without having to put a lot of thought into it. That's the biggest thing with Enmity is like Enmity maybe have done that, but it required so much bookkeeping for everyone, especially like for example like Luxalia, Yuki, Belbin, Thordane. Like Enmity was something that they had to track, but it was also like, I don't know why I need to track this. Like it pretty much only matters for Zill. And so now this is something where it's like everybody has the 5-foot bubble and Zill has the 10-foot bubble, and he can grab more things. And it's just a passive thing that once you get used to that, have that in your brain, it's just like, oh yeah, like this is good, and you can start strategizing ways to do it.
Yeah. So I think that was a great change, and it's just combat is where Zill shines.
I'm not gonna lie, with all of I was looking through your guys' character sheets a little bit off stream, and I was like, you guys, all of you, really built your characters like combat focused, like combat what you were supposed to be doing. Because I know like in the early days that we were playing, there was a ton of combat all the time. All the time. And so it's like I look at like Yuki and like Belbin's like physical like checks, like your like melee like hits, and like everything is like very heavily focused at that, where it's like Yuki isn't so much like dexterity based or anything like that. And so when you were using, I guess it's not dexterity, but you were using your ranged attack with it's just like +1 as opposed to a +7. +8. +8. It's just like, that's crazy. Yeah, and so like the way you're building your characters are like very specific to like combat. Like Cole's like job is like, I have all these things around me that uses my piety and healing and like all that kind of stuff, which is the job. But it's like outside of combat, it's kind of like piety's useful outside of combat. Like, don't get me wrong, but like it's really useful inside of combat. Where like the ones that are like super good outside of combat, it's like wisdom, knowledge, which I think nobody has like a super high
I've got like a 3, I think.
I will say, make sure guys you're still marking your EXP for your attacks and whatnot.
EXP for attacks, and also if you guys, I noticed Max, you do a really good job at this for your like durabilities on your weapons. Like make sure you're keeping track of that.
I forgot about arrows, so I was detracting
arrows.
As far
as I know that all that is up to date. As far as I know.
Sweet.
And in the Discord, maybe this could be a thing.
Yes.
A refresher on how to do that on our sheets would be stupendous.
I could do that. I'll go through.
Because I've been tracking when I've been doing stuff, but I'm like, I don't know how the I forgot. I was always confused.
I wrote it down, but I don't know if it's different these days.
I've got it written down too.
Pandemonium, thank you so much for the follow, but you just scared the poop out of me. What was that ring wraith scream?
It was the Orphan of Cause from Bloodborne. Sorry, we're in Halloween spooky season, so we got spooky
just talking all of a
soundboards
sudden, this
now.
ring wraith just screams in my ear. I'm like, ah!
Well, more like a little zombie thing that uses its placenta as a weapon.
Thank you so much for the
like,
follow.
screamed in your ear.
Pandemonium TTRPG. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. But oh, Halloween! Oh my! I don't know how you play horror
Halloween.
games with that.
Yeah,
Oh
it's fun.
my gosh!
It's a good time. It's a good time.
Oh no.
But it was fun.
Yep.
Just a quick thought. Oh, Loco 1956. Thank you, but
Luckily, I can't hear it. When I go
I
back,
can't hear
Alright. I
When
know.
I go
Kyle
back-
just like freaked out. I'm like, what did we say?
I know, right?
My
When
heart
I go
is
back-
dying.
when I go back and watch the stream later, I will be like, ah, yes, the piece de resistance. It's good.
Anyways, thank you so much all for joining. Quick little thoughts on my end. This has been good. Some of a lot is coming out with Everlast. Like I'm finally getting to the point with this game where we're polishing up this game. We're not just at the point where we're just like, well, let's just try to see if things work. Like it's getting to the point where it's being polished. So sometime within the relatively near future, like this game is. I have some big plans coming soon for Everlast, and so stay tuned for that. It should be really, really great. Yeah, with that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. Thank you for those who are staying up really late to be able to watch this. For those who it is just the start of your day, thank you for starting your day with us. But God bless you all. May Alamnia guide you all, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Oh, we probably have some announcements too. Probably should say
Couple.
some announcements. In
Couple
2
things.
weeks, on the 27th of October, we will have our next Everlast session. Normal time. When is daylight savings for you guys out there?
That's a good question.
That's a great. I don't know.
Idea.
I can
It
look it
might
up.
have been abolished. Who knows?
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah. So daylight
When
savings, take it into
is
consideration, maybe.
daylight?
November 5th?
Okay, cool. So that
Is
doesn't
this
affect
November
next
5th.
I
session.
thought it wasn't.
Yep, November 5th,
Doesn't
Sunday.
affect next session yet, but next session's the 27th, and we will be having it at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time, I think.
Yep. Yep.
7:30
Yep.
Mountain Standard Time and 10:30 a.m. JST on Saturday, a day ahead in the eastern side of the world. So join us next time for that as they face the Krokora that are down below. Dane's continuing his Halloween streams this week, and do you have any important things to note for that, Dane?
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. We finished on Thursday Lies of P. Those of you who don't know what it is, it's the new Souls-like that came out 3 weeks ago, and it's like a corrupt telling of Pinocchio, and it's really good, and it was an awesome game. I really enjoyed it. And so since we are moving between games, we're gonna be continuing to do tomorrow during 2 p.m. during my normal streams. We're gonna be continuing our Nuzlocke of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So come join us for that. It's not spooky, but I'll be dressed up in a costume, and it's Pokemon related, so come join us.
Unless
It's gonna
you
be a
all
great time.
start following the channel and ring rates.
That's true. Yeah,
And it's
we
spooky.
will still have spooky things to play.
It's like, what Pokemon is that?
What Pokemon is that? But we'll be playing marbles
Oh.
too, so you get the opportunity to name a Pokemon if you win in marbles, which is really fun. But aside from that, Kyle, you'll be continuing your Baldur's Gate playthrough next week. I will be starting or continuing our Halloween game from last year, Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater, which is like probably the scariest game I've ever played in my life. Basically, you're a Japanese person and you encounter ghosts, and how you kill the ghosts is by taking pictures of it, and it's terrifying, and it's a complete horror game. And so I'm not excited to play it, but hopefully you guys continue to enjoy it. And then just normal schedule next week, so we'll be continuing some stuff, potentially never mind. I'll leave that. We'll announce things when things come up. But normal schedule for next week, as far as we know right now. And merch, guys. We got our Halloween Forge Coon merch in our merch store. Oh, that's not the right one. That's Yuki. You can get some Everlast merch too in our merch store. That's my character. But we got Forge Coon, so it's pretty cool stuff. It's only going to be up through November, and then it will be going away for forever. So it's if you want adorable Forge Coon, our mascot merch for this specific Halloween, this is the only Halloween you can get it. You're not going to be able to get it any other time ever. Even next year, it's going to be a new design. So it's a limited edition, first come, first serve. And we have an amazing sponsor, DaiSNACKi. So DaiSNACKi is a Japanese small family business who sells Japanese luxury sweets and treats. They're a small family business, as I mentioned, in Tokyo, Japan. And they currently have their fall box, which is kind of Halloween themed. So they're going to be selling it through the 31st of October. So if you're curious about Japanese fall snacks and or Halloween snacks, that's a really cool box to do. Free international shipping. So the price you see is the price you pay. And aside from that, if you go to checkout, there's a little comment box that you can take a look at, and then you can comment, "Forged sent me your way," and we get credit for that, so we appreciate that. Also, make sure to put your Twitch name in there, so that when the raffle happens, when we'll be giving away a DaiSNACKi box for free on the channel, you get more raffle tickets if you buy a DaiSNACKi box and you say that we referred you. So
I'm not gonna lie, you're much better at that announcement.
I do it 5 times a week, so I'd hope so. I'd hope so. But no, seriously, check them out. They're awesome. They're at the very least, you're supporting a small family business, which is awesome. And their stuff is really good. I've gotten a bunch of their different kinds of boxes. Their seasonal boxes, their special boxes, which includes like Nintendo, Pokemon, Disney. You can get themed boxes. They're really cool. They're really awesome, and I have never been disappointed by any of the boxes I've gotten from them. So
I just recently got a box for my anniversary, which was last weekend, and yeah, it was amazing for my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching. It was delicious, and we're still eating, so it's good stuff. And because it was fall time, we got a lot of fall time goodies too. So really good. Honestly, I can't have like better things to say about the snacks that they pick. Like it's not just
we're very
typical Kit Kats and stuff like that. So
we're very fortunate because again, I know we're not like a massive channel, but we're very fortunate to have a very kind sponsor too, who's just willing to sponsor us basically with orders. I mean, helping each other out, I guess, which is kind of cool. So yeah, so very lucky, very lucky to have them.
But with that, I will go ahead and let you all go. You guys have an amazing one. I will see you guys on Monday. The rest of the crew will see you whenever they see you. And at the very least, we'll be back in Everlast in 2 weeks. You guys have a good one. May Omnia guide you. Bye.